Hello everyone, so we are back. We will do some presentation now about support and then about the PRC as I promised. We have here sitting beside me Anna Bailina. She's a support specialist and she will guide you through the support basic training. Go ahead, Anna.
Thank you, Effie. Hi, everybody. I hope you are all well. So today I'm going to speak on our Panorama support team, and I would like to share with you the way that we work, our workflow, and the way we resolve different types of incidents. And also, I will briefly go over some recommendations that we recommend to our customers on the best way to work with support to get the most quick resolution to the problem. Okay, so basically, what do? We communicate with our customers via calls and emails. Also, we maintain our knowledge base site, which is currently undergoing a renewal process. Also, we have the technical forum where we answer questions and requests, and also where customers can communicate with each other. And we perform online trainings. Online trainings, which called Panorama Academy. They are performed once a month, and everybody who wants can subscribe to such training and check the dates and of course, use it. So, of course, every team member has a proper qualification to answer your request. So, but of course, if your request was not handled in the way that you wanted, you always can escalate the request to team manager, which we have two team managers. In Canada, we have one team, which James is a team manager there, and I am a team manager in Israeli team. So our SLA, we work on top of our SLA, the service level agreement. Every customer, for every Panorama customer, has signing this service agreement with Panorama, which basic topics are as such. We treat every call by priority order. This will be helpful also for us and also for our customers. So every call will be treated as it should be. But the urgent calls, which are calls that refer to production down, we treat up to 2 hours. Calls that we call like medium severity, which affects very important business tasks, but it's not considered as production failure. We treat up to 4 hours, the primary response, and all other calls which are not urgent or medium are standard calls, and the first response is up to 24 hours. Also, I would like to mention that we don't speak on resolution time here because not always we can understand and know what is the exact failure and the problem, what causes the failure, and of course the resolution time might take time. It all depends on the problem type. So what I'm going to speak like briefly today, I will speak about the request categorization. I will provide you the form that you can fill to provide your information about your request, and also I will refer to existing knowledge sources. So how do we treat any incoming support request? Of course, we get the email or phone call contact prior we treat the request. We, of course, prefer the email because then all information is being gathered and all support members can see it. The second step, which is the most important and usually it's the most time-consuming, is the information gathering. During this step, we need to gather as much as information as possible on the request and on the problem that you are having. Of course, by providing the most information ahead about your case, about things you already have tried, or maybe not successful, or maybe successful, will help us to resolve the case much faster. After we receive the full information, we categorize the request and provide diagnostics, which we can identify that the problem is with this component or other component or within server configuration or some other place to identify the reason. And as a last step, which is usually pretty quick after we diagnose the problem, we offer a resolution or a workaround, or we can say that this issue and this question is actually as designed. The program works as it should work. In some cases, this might be an issue, but of course also then we can provide a workaround, or the problem related to some third-party software, because as probably Efimani showed you, or you have figured out that Novview works with a lot of third-party applications, such as OLAP, such as IIS, etc. Okay, so basic request categorization is on 3 levels. It's that's like malfunction. Something is obviously does not work as it should. When you see some error message where you don't expect to see it, or you see a behavior that you expect it to behave otherwise. The second type of request is the feature. The software currently is not capable of doing it, but I want the software to do something else. Something is not that is not inside of it. And the third one is a question how to do something. So basically, most, of course, obviously our questions that we receive is how to do something usually. So I will later on this presentation refer you to our knowledge base and the places where you can receive answers on how to do this or that. So we have two sources that you can use to provide the information. Is that you can use the attached Excel sheet if it's more comfortable for you, and you can also use the online form, which is linked in the presentation. Okay, so what do we call an incident? Usually this is all the first category when something obviously expected to work, but it does not. So the questions that support usually asks you is how do you expect it to work if it's not very obvious, of course, and how does it work in different circumstances, because there are a lot of ways to make things work. You can make things work in one thing and also the other. So also the third very important question that usually makes us understand the source of the problem is when the problem initially started or when you have first noticed it. Is of course if you will say that it started within right after the installation, we treat it differently as if you say it all worked fine and it started just yesterday. So, and of course the last one we ask what was the last steps before the problem was encountered. For example, if the Windows updates were installed, it was the last step and then everything gone wrong, we will suspect the Windows update that they made something wrong. So we'll investigate from this point. And after we categorize this and we gather the information, we perform the very detailed categorization of the problem. We have 7 categories and the miscellaneous, which is all incidents that are not fitting any other category. We do not expect, of course, our customers to perform that kind of categorization. It is just for your knowledge and understanding that problems can be in various aspects, and of course, we work until we provide a solution on any aspect of the problem. So, as I said, it could be just a simple malfunction. The problem could be a UI issue or simply a visual issue, like a chart or the grid is not representing correctly. The issue could be a security issue where the user does not see the data that he is supposed to, or the opposite way, which is usually its configuration. The data issues that you see numbers or you see calculations that you not expect them to be seen. Performance issue is that we call any issue that you exposed to decreased performance or the performance in poor of any state of application when it's loading, when it's opening any view, when any performing some operation, etc. Issues related to installation or upgrade, that there's some problems that you might experience, and issues that might be occurred when using our software development kit, which is a tool that we provide to write your own custom application. Of course, miscellaneous is a category where all other issues are fit. So on our best practices, the questions are those that define the problem, and also can show or help us to show you the solution. Because I think we aware of most of the issues are like they're very similar among the customers, and also present them a solution. And if we see some issue that is repeating, we provide a complete solution, like in a hotfix or a fix. So first we will ask what version of Java or Flash you're using. As you probably know, Necto is a Flash-based application, and Flash is the basis of it. It's the technology that lays beneath it, and so we're glad to know what Flash version you are using. Also the browser version, Internet Explorer. Panorama definition that you're working with, it should be defined under trusted sites in the browser. Okay, no view should be set in website. Trusted sites in the browser. Also, screenshot of the problem before or after is very recommended, because screenshots sometimes very explaining. And also then the final information piece that we might ask if the problem appears on a server only, or on client only, or appears on both. Okay, so existing knowledge sources that I can refer you to, at least at the start, those are techpanorama.com and the Panorama forum. I'm sorry, I forgot to place the link, but after you enter to techpanorama.com, in the upper right corner you get the link to the forum, and the place where all Novio documentation is gathered is within the Novio installation, under the documentation directory. So documentation directory consists of 10 different guides that every one of them can show you a different aspect of Novio and answer the most questions that can raise when using the product, starting from administration and ending with end user experience. Okay, so currently I think I've made a very brief overview of how support works and how can you work with us, that it will make it more efficient. And I hope you enjoyed. And if you have any questions, I will be glad to receive them at support@panorama.com.